See, it's easy for the white man to get an Asian woman because the white man been promoted as a god in the media. So it doesn't require game for a white man to get an Asian woman because he's been promoted as God on planet Earth through the eyes of Asian women, through the eyes of Asian women. But if you as a black man can get an Asian woman that's fly and she's been programmed to look at you in a negative light, but you pull her anyway, that actually shows that you have game. That actually shows that you have game. People been telling these same group of women that they shouldn't fuck with you, and she still decides to rock with you because of your game and swagger. That requires game right there. Don't require no game for the white man to get that Asian woman. The white man has been promoted as a god in the media to that Asian woman. So it requires no game for the white man to get that Asian woman, but it does require game for a black man to get that same woman. The media is against you, and you still pulled her anyway. Yeah, nigga, that's some game right there, man. That game right there, man.
You see how that works?
It's not about game. It's about respect.
No, it's about game.
It didn't work for Jeezy. Now you're talking about individuals. Like, why would Jeezy marry some woman who's that old in the first place? Jenny Mai was too damn old. If Jeezy was going to get an Asian wife, he should have got a woman at least 15 years younger. Jeezy made a mistake by getting with a white. He made a mistake by getting with an Asian woman who's a white male worshiper. She just said that she loves white men and black men were a side dish. So Jeezy was a simp for getting married in the first place. Young Jeezy was a simp for getting married in the first place. Jeezy was a simp. He married an Asian woman who was a low-key white male worshiper. Young Jeezy was a beta male simp for wiping up that woman.
Sir.
It's about respect, and Asian women respect their men. Black women don't respect that at all.
Name the Asian woman who set the global standard of beauty. Name one. You got quiet as hell, didn't you?
Listen, I just told y'all not to wife up no black woman who's a white male worshiper. Why the hell would you wife up an Asian woman that's a white male worshiper? That's even worse. I told you guys you should never marry a black woman who's a white male worshiper. So why go marry an Asian woman that's a white male worshiper? Why would you marry any woman that worships white men? You're stupid. You're a simp at that point. You're going to wife up a woman that idolizes and worships another group of men who happens to be white men, but you marry her anyway as a black man. You a beta male simp. And can't forget about mangina. Shout out to BOA for that one.
Name somebody. Let me give you some of ours. Josephine Baker, Lena Horne, Diane Carroll, Pam Grier, Donna Summers, Diana Ross, Vanessa Williams, Whitney Houston, Janet Jackson, Halle Berry, Aaliyah, Beyonce. Come on, Megan the Damn Stallion. Give me one.
Run it up. In general, Asian women are way more desirable than black women.
Who set a global standard of beauty.
You're just that.
Black women have influence in the media, right? But just because they have influence in the media doesn't mean that they're desired for marriage. See, this is where I might have to disagree with Tariq Nasheed on that. No, you don't have Asian women who are public figures like that. You have more black women who are public figures, but it doesn't make them wife material because they are sex symbols and public figures. Let's continue.
A bunch of celebrities in general, just a regular Asian girl.
Okay, give me one of them. Give me one of their celebrities.
Megan Thee Stallion was a bad example, Tariq. I got to be real with you, King Flex. Megan Thee Stallion is a terrible example. That woman is not wife material. Megan Thee Stallion is a modern day 304 who got some sex appeal. Yeah, she looks good and she has some sex appeal, but her mentality is horrible. Megan Thee Stallion is a modern day Jezebel 304. She's a modern day Jezebel /304. Don't matter how much influence she has in the media, she is a Jezebel 304 100%.
You fleeing, your flip-flops are just clicking all over. Yeah, so you ain't gonna get the kind of respect the foundational black American brother like myself is gonna get, see? And
how can black women respect men when most of them were raised without fathers, when most of them were indoctrinated by feminism, when most of them basically were influenced by the media?
Most FBA women don't rock with no damn feminist stuff.
Now, Tariq, you're not being honest, man. Like, I'm gonna be real, man. And maybe I'm not fit for this community like that because I'm honest, man. I'm not gonna lie. But Tariq said most black women ain't indoctrinated with feminism. Dan, that's bullshit, man. If you was raised in a household with a single mother, Those women are targets for feminism. Because you already have hatred for black men. So it's easy for those women to become feminists because their mothers were feminists. Their mothers had failed relationship with men. So they grew up with the same mindset towards black men, and they get it from their mama. So for him to say that most black women ain't been indoctrinated with feminism, I can't agree with that, homie. I got to be real. They have been indoctrinated with feminism. Those are the easiest women to indoctrinate with feminism. Women who wasn't raised with their fathers. They're easy targets. They're easy targets when it comes to being indoctrinated with feminism and a womanist mindset. They're easy targets when you grow up in a household without a father. It's easy for those same group of women to grow up with hatred towards black men based on the fact that they didn't grow up in a household with a father. So we can't say that black women by large haven't been indoctrinated with feminism. I'm just like, come on, bro. I love King Flex. I got a lot of love for Tariq Nasheed, but I gotta call a spade a spade.
They reject that.
Most black women do not reject feminism, Tariq Nasheed. You know how many American black women say they don't need no man and black men ain't shit? What percentage of black women do you feel like run around and say black men ain't shit and they don't need no man? What percentage of black women have that mindset? I want you guys to give me some feedback in the comments. I love King Flex, but I got to be honest, homie. There's a large population of black women who feel like they don't need no man and black men ain't shit. There's a large population of FBA women who think like that, bruh. It's not a shortage of FBA women who think like that.
In all over the damn place. On a subconscious level. You fleeing, your flip-flops are just clicking all over. Yeah, so you ain't gonna get the kind of respect a foundational black American brother like myself is gonna get, see. And
How can black women respect men when most of them were raised without fathers, when most of them were indoctrinated by feminism, when most of them basically were influenced by the media?
See, Tethers focus on our dysfunction in America, but we can also focus on the dysfunction in their countries. Tribalism, poverty. The white man is taking over your country. Right? Tribalism, poverty. The white man is taking over your country, even though you represent the majority over there. Let's talk about the flaws of African communities. Let's talk about the flaws of the diaspora. The diaspora, all that tribalism, all that poverty. You represent the majority, but the white man controls your country. See, we can easily call out the bullshit that goes on in Africa as well. It goes both ways. I call a spade a spade.
Now, most FBA women don't rock with no damn feminist stuff. They reject that.
How many people in the audience agree with Tariq Nasheed when he said most American black women don't agree with feminism, haven't been indoctrinated with feminism? Let me know if you agree with that. Because according to Tariq Nasheed, he says most black women ain't been indoctrinated with feminism. Let me know if you agree with Tariq Nasheed, or let me know if you don't agree with Tariq Nasheed. I think you already know what I think. Most black women ain't been indoctrinated with feminism. Man, what? Shout out to my bro Tariq Nasheed, but I got to disagree with you on that one, brother.
And brother like myself is going to get, see. And
how can black women respect men when most of them were raised without fathers, when most of them were indoctrinated by feminism, when most of them basically were influenced by the media?
Most FBA women don't rock with no damn feminist stuff. They reject that. Oh, Blaze, let's get Blaze. Blaze, hop on in, man.
Come on, Tariq Nasheed. We got to be honest. We can't fix our mouth and say that most American black women ain't been indoctrinated with feminism. Come on, bro. They was the main targets of feminism. They were easy targets of feminism because they grew up in a household without their daddy. That made them easy targets and easy victims. Let's be honest, bro. How we gonna fix the problem? How we gonna fix the problem if we gonna pretend like it doesn't exist? See, let me tell you this. Tariq Nasheed has a lot of black female supporters, so I don't think he wants to tell them the truth. But my thing is this: I can't be down with a movement if we can't be honest with our women. Tariq Nasheed knows that a large percentage of black women been indoctrinated with feminism. He knows that, man. Tariq Nasheed is way too smart to not know that, but he don't want to admit it because he don't want to offend his black female supporters. So he denies it. He denies it because he don't want to offend them. But in reality, we know it's true. Well over 50% of black women been indoctrinated with feminism here in America. Let's be honest if we can. And that ain't no diss towards Tariq Nasheed, but I got to be honest, man. I got to call a spade a spade.
Blaze? Yo, Blaze? Are you?
Yeah, you heard me.
What group of women are known for running around saying they don't need no man? Is it white women? Is it Latin women, Asian women, or American black women? So tethers, my advice to Africans, fix your homeland before you try to criticize what we got going on over here. Fix your homeland. Now, I will say this, feminism. Anytime you got a group of women that's raised in a household without their fathers, they were raised by single mothers, they're easy targets for feminism. It is easy to pander to a group of women like that because they are vulnerable. They never had healthy examples of what a man is. That makes them easy targets for feminism. So we can't pretend like the majority of them haven't been indoctrinated with that mentality. That's all I'm saying. But American black men been saying it don't take a tether to say that. Black American men have been saying that about black women, how many of them have been indoctrinated with feminism. It ain't just tethers who are saying that.
When Kanye was talking to you, your voice got shaky, you got a little emotional. I could tell your tears were falling. That's that discernment I was telling you about. But it's your actions and the way that you talk and articulate the things that you're saying that make us know you don't really like women anyway. So why are you speaking on them?
We gotta stop calling men gay because they disagree with our perspective. That's what women do. Oh, nigga, you gay. You don't like black women, you gay. You criticize black women, you gay. Come on, man. We can't do that, man. Call him a simp and criticize him and break down his mentality and show him how foolish it is. But to call him gay, that's what black women usually do. When they want to discredit a black man, you only talking about my wig because you gay. Only gay men criticize wigs. Only gay men talk about single mothers. Nigga, you gay. Come on, homie. That's feminine. That's feminine. That's not what men do. We don't call men gay because they disagree with us when it comes to dating. That's what women do.
The
plane shall land.
There you go.
Good night.
Oh, embarrassed.
What? I'm just speaking the truth about FBA women.
This dude is a cuck. He's a virgin.
That's what you want to think. That's what you want to think.
Yes,
you know what a cuck is, you idiot.
Yes.
Now, Tyree, why would you bring up this hood rat, man? You a cuck. You a this. She didn't say anything logical. Listen, the African said some bullshit, but at the same time, he did say some things that were actually true. If the first thing you're going to say is you're a cuck, you're this, why don't you destroy his argument? Why don't you destroy his talking points instead of just coming with insults off the top? So the moment she did that, I said, okay, this is a hood rat right here. Come on, Tariq Nasheed, man. You got to be real about, like, come on, bro. This woman is clearly, she's ratchet. If anything, she should have said, okay, you're wrong about this and you're wrong about that. She didn't do that. She just said, oh, yes, you're a simp, you gay, you feminine, nigga, you gay, you a cuck. Typical insults from the ratchet female. She didn't try to debunk his talking point. She just called him a cuck and called him gay. You're moist, nigga, you gay.
Yes.
A cuck is a person who dates. A cuck is a person who dates single moms or takes care of. Most FBA men choose to be stepfathers, not African men.
No, most FBA men do not decide to be stepdaddies. That's where you're wrong at, brother. Now we have a lot of black men who are stepdaddy, but listen, there's a lot of FBA men who don't want to be stepdaddies. They didn't learn the game from watching the mistakes of men who came before them. So based on all this evidence, a lot of black men don't want to be stepdaddies no more. It's a thankless job. I gotta be real, Tyree Nasheed. Why did you let this hood rat come up here, man? All she did is say, you a weirdo, you gay. If you're going to bring up a black woman, bring up some intelligent black woman. Stop bringing up these hood rats who only have insults, but she said nothing to debunk any of his arguments. Man, let's continue.
Go ahead with the insults. It just shows how ignorant you are. Just insulting me. Continue with the insults. Continue with the insults. Come on. Keep on coming.
FBA, you got a up hairline. You probably was wearing suits till you was 17. You was wearing suits in high school. Please. Okay, you're mad. You're big mad.
No, I'm not.
Come on, Tariq Nasheed. All this hood rat did was come with insults. That's all she did. She didn't have nothing intelligent to say. She's a walking stereotype of the black women that he's talking about. Why would you bring up a woman who falls in the category of these stereotypes to argue with this man? She proved everything he was saying. This black female that Tariq Nasheed brought up is a direct reflection of what this tether was talking about when he criticized American black women. She's a direct reflection of that.